This episode is for you if you've got a really great business that works in person and you would love to be able to transfer it online. I'm going to be able to map it out for a really easy transition for you to be able to do that in this episode. So let's talk into what your business presently looks like. It could be a case that you have a booked out calendar, and it could be a case that you have a space that's your own or that you're renting, or maybe you're part of a practitioner hub where you go and you operate certain hours. You're location bound, you're time bound, and you're looking at people in the online space going, how are they doing what I'm doing in the online space, and how can I be able to do that too? Because you can see that right now your business is completely and utterly bounded by geography, like your location. You're only accessible by people who are in your locality at the moment. And your time is really bounded as well. Like you possibly have certain hours that you are present inside that space. And whether you've people booked in or not, you might find yourself sitting in there and having lunch at the desk and things like that. And you're like, God, I would love the flexibility that people in the online space are talking about. And, you know, when I work with women who have great booked out businesses in the offline space, something that comes up for them, something that they discuss, always front and foremost, is the depth that they have in person. They wouldn't be able to, they feel like they're scared that they wouldn't be able to transition that kind of depth into the online space. I really want you to think about that for a second, because if this is you, just imagine your ideal client is living the other side of the country. Your ideal client, when I say your ideal client, I'm saying, yes, the person who's ideal for you, but also the person who's got the exact problems that you help people with, that need your specific help. They need you and they're not able to get to you. They're not able to travel the country. Maybe they're living in a different country. It's not feasible for them to hop on a plane and come to you, but you've got what it is that they need. Can you conceive the idea of what you deliver in person with somebody, the magic that you create, the outcomes and results that you produce, how you could do that for the person who's living the other side of the country? Yes, it's a little bit different. You're not touching noses with each other. You're not touching knees. You're not rubbing shoulders. But the space, the online space, does get to be deeply personal depending on how you build it. Like, it's very, very feasible for you to create an exceptionally safe space in the online environment where people get incredible results. So when you think about that in-person work that you do, if you were asked by somebody the opposite side of the country, someone who's not in your locality, someone who's in a different country, if they asked you, I would love to work with you, how can you do what you do for that person in the room? How could you do it for me online? Would you be able to come up with a method, a format, a framework, a series, a sequence of events that would allow that person to get an incredible breakthrough from you online? If the answer is yes to that, like it might not just magically come to you right now in this moment, but if you sit with it and you spend a bit of time and you journal on it and create what that experience could look like, then a really, really great way to make this move into the online space is through providing workshops. I feel like workshops are just a very simple, easy way to start. You're able to test the framework that you've created with your person. You're able to deliver it as a workshop. You're able to deliver it one-to-one, or you could deliver it with a small, safe container of 3 or 4 people who are going through the exact same thing. And they're all at different places in the country or different countries. And you're able to bring this cohort together in this room who are all going through the same thing at the same time, and they get to really feel not so alone in this world. They get to see that other people are experiencing similar problems to them. And then not only are they able to get the benefit and help from you and what you do, but they're also able to lean on the other people. Like, the connections that come out of these kind of groups are far longer reaching than what the container that you create actually holds them for. Like, so many incredible long-term meaningful friendships and relationships have been born from a like-minded cohort of people being brought together that would never have crossed paths, only for them finding someone like you who solves a problem. You're in the business of solving problems for people. Like, in the world of business, people are investing in you because you're either solving a specific problem that they have in life. And I'm saying specific problem here because business owners often get lost in the concept that they have to sort everything for the person. And, you know, that's just unrealistic. Human beings live in real life. Lots of problems exist. But when you can focus in and hone in on the one particular problem that you are helping people solve, and then you attract people who are all going through that, then it makes for great friendships and relationships and supports. Now, if you're not solving a problem for people, the other thing people do invest in is you bringing something that they desire to their life. So, you know, people don't go out to buy a beautiful handbag because they've got the problem of no handbags at home. Like, a beautiful handbag is often a luxury item, a gift to me, from me, and it's a desire. So you're either solving a problem for somebody or you're solving a desire that they have in some way, shape, whether it's something material that they want to hold, or whether it's some personal development work that they're uniquely, keenly interested and intrigued in doing, or whether it's a hobby or some kind of self-care, like you're facilitating a beautiful, meaningful space for them to access that. So it's one or the other as a business owner that people are going to be willing to, you know, spend their hard-earned cash with someone like you for. So in terms of starting with a workshop, what I want you to really, really think about doing is growing an audience online so that you have people who you can sell your workshop to. So how are you going to start growing your audience online? If you're someone who's been working in person for the majority of your professional life, you start with where you're at. If it's a case that you've been working with people in person, you likely have case studies, you likely have testimonials, you likely have stories of things that people have been through who've come and worked with you. So I would encourage you to start growing an audience online based on that type of content. That type of content is real, it's relatable, it's accessing the thoughts and feelings and actions of the sort of people who it is that you want to be able to attract to your workshop. And that's really where I'd start. In the next few episodes, I'm going to get further and deeper in regards to what workshops can really look like. But for now, what I want this episode really to be about is to open your mindset to the in-person work that you're already doing, to open your mindset to seeing that that is something that can have incredible results online as well. Because what I have found is the biggest barrier for people going into the online space is not a physical barrier. It's very much a psychological barrier. It's you creating limitations in your mind that you're either not going to be able to create the same results for your people in the online space, or your people are not going to enjoy the experience as much in the online space, or, you know, growing in the online space and utilizing social media for this kind of growth is a really, really hard thing to do. All of these are thoughts that have been shared with me from women over the last number of years who've been toying with this idea about going online. And what I would just share to you is I would ask you, like, what is the bigger why here? If it's a case that your in-person business is working amazingly well for you. And when I say working amazingly well, it's not only attracting incredible clients in there, but you love what you're doing. You love sitting in your car, driving to the place that you're working. You love being in that kind of environment, that location-bound environment. You love everything about it. If you love everything about it and it's working great, then, why change? You're not looking for something new here. I'm really talking to the people who maybe they're doing it and they're loving what they're doing, but there's this like dull ache inside their chest or their belly where they're like, actually, I would actually really rather for myself do it online. It would suit me better to do it online because of the flexibility, because of the fact that I get to open my laptop, help somebody for the space of 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 3 hours, whatever your sessions are, and then close my laptop and be able to walk to my kitchen and boil the kettle. Or I close my laptop and I'm able to go play with my kids in the playroom. Or close my laptop and go pick up the kids from school. Or close my laptop and go to the gym or for a lovely walk. Like when you're thinking about your life rather than whether it's going to work or not, when you're thinking about you selfishly, what you'd really love, well, it's you that I'm talking to. Because everything that I share and believe in terms of content creation for growing an aligned audience of people online, everything that I ever share, it's always a very, very much community focused. Like, think about your person rather than yourself. What is it that they're thinking, feeling and doing, rather than thinking about how you're feeling as you go visible online. So every piece of content I ever share, I'm always thinking about my people, and that's what I teach people inside my programs as well, is think about your person, not yourself. Take the ego out of it. However, where I draw the line is when we're speaking about actual business models. When you're speaking about your business model, then we're speaking to you as the business owner. And the model is the container that you are creating around yourself that you get to live in every single day, that you have to live in every single day. And so whether it's a case that your person, your ideal person, would rather the depth or would rather the in-person connection, whether that's the case or not, what I would really be saying is, what is it that you rather? Because you get to be the creator of your container. You get to be the creator of your business model. And I promise you, everything that you can do in person, you absolutely can facilitate that online. It's just about really learning the steps for how you can take your work in person into the online space. And I will be going through that with you in further episodes if that's something that you're interested in learning more about. So look at, for now, pop on over to Instagram at the Lorna Lyons and let me know in the DMs what is something that you are doing in the in-person world right now that you would love genuinely in your heart to be able to transfer into the online space. Come and chat to me about that, and I'd love to hear from you.